You walk into a warm room. Everyone's comfortable, but your fingers are still freezing. Your toes feel like ice. You're wearing socks to bed even in summer. Sound familiar? Here's what terrifies most people. Cold hands and feet aren't just annoying. They could be your body's early warning system screaming that something serious is happening inside your circulatory system. And 1 in 20 adults over 50 is walking around with a circulation problem they don't even know exists. Let me show you the 5 shocking circulatory reasons your extremities are always cold, and number 1 might save your life. Reason number 5, your body is playing survival mode. Your body is brilliantly designed, but sometimes that brilliance works against your comfort. Research published in the Journal of Applied Physiology reveals something fascinating. When exposed to cold, your body doesn't treat all parts equally. Your brain, through something called sympathetic noradrenergic nerves, makes a calculated decision. It constricts blood vessels in your hands and feet by up to 90% to protect vital organs like your heart, brain, and kidneys. Studies from the National Institutes of Health show that under normal conditions, your skin receives about 5% of cardiac output. But during cold exposure, this can drop to nearly zero. Here's where it gets interesting. Your hands and feet have special blood vessels called arteriovenous anastomoses. Think of these as express highways that can shut down completely when your body senses danger. Research from the American Physiological Society found that these vessels in your palms and soles control 90% of blood flow in those regions. But if your hands are cold, even in a 70-degree room, we're not talking normal thermoregulation anymore. Reason number 4, iron deficiency is stealing your warmth. Clinical studies show that iron deficiency anemia causes poor temperature regulation in humans. And here's the shocking part. 30% of the global population has this condition. The Mayo Clinic explains it this way. Iron is essential for making hemoglobin, the protein in red blood cells that carries oxygen. Without enough iron, your body can't make enough hemoglobin. Without enough hemoglobin, your tissues don't get enough oxygen. And without oxygen, your cells can't generate the heat they need. Research published by the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute reveals that when your body is low on iron, it prioritizes blood flow to essential organs. Your hands and feet get left out in the cold, literally. Studies show that people with iron deficiency anemia experience reduced metabolic rate, meaning their cells produce less energy and therefore less heat. The National Library of Medicine confirms that cold hands and feet are among the classic symptoms of iron deficiency, alongside fatigue, pale skin, and dizziness. If you're wearing socks to bed every night and can never warm your hands, get your iron levels checked. Reason number 3, your thyroid is running on empty. A study published in the Journal of the Endocrine Society found something remarkable. Even moderate levels of hypothyroidism reduce cold-induced thermogenesis in humans. Translation? Your thyroid hormones are absolutely crucial for generating heat. Here's how it works. Your thyroid produces hormones that regulate metabolism in every single cell. Research from the Karolinska Institute shows these hormones control how your blood vessels dilate or constrict. When your thyroid is underactive, it slows everything down, including heat production. Studies published in Thyroid Journal reveal that thyroid hormone activates brown adipose tissue and increases non-shivering thermogenesis. That's your body's ability to generate heat without shivering. When hypothyroid, this system fails. The Cleveland Clinic reports that hypothyroidism makes your metabolism slow down, affecting your entire body's ability to maintain temperature. Research shows patients with controlled hypothyroidism still report persistent cold intolerance even after treatment, suggesting the temperature regulation system remains impaired. If you have cold extremities along with unexplained weight gain, fatigue, or dry skin, your thyroid could be the culprit. Reason number 2, Raynaud's phenomenon is hijacking. Your Circulation Harvard Medical School describes Raynaud's as an exaggeration of normal blood vessel constriction. During an episode, the small arteries supplying your fingers and toes contract spasmodically, hampering oxygen-rich blood flow. Here's what makes it terrifying. Your skin doesn't just feel cold. It turns stark white or even ghostly pale. Sometimes blue. Research shows this happens because the blood vessels temporarily collapse. Studies from the Mayo Clinic reveal that Raynaud's affects 3 to 5% of the general population. What triggers it? Quick changes in temperature, walking into air conditioning, reaching into your freezer, even emotional stress. The British Heart Foundation explains that during a Raynaud's attack, blood flow to affected areas stops almost completely. When circulation finally resumes, your fingers may turn bright red and throb painfully. Research published in rheumatology journals shows this condition can be primary, occurring on its own, or secondary, caused by autoimmune diseases like lupus or scleroderma. If your fingers turn white and numb when exposed to slight temperature changes, this isn't normal cold sensitivity. Reason number 1, peripheral artery disease could be silently killing your limbs. The American Heart Association reveals a terrifying truth. PAD affects 1 in every 20 adults over age 50, and many have no idea they have it. Here's what's happening. Fatty plaque builds up inside the arteries of your legs and feet, narrowing them like clogged pipes. Cleveland Clinic research shows this plaque buildup, called atherosclerosis, blocks blood flow to your extremities. Less blood means less oxygen. Less oxygen means tissues start to die. Studies from Unity Point Health show that arterial disease results from cholesterol buildup and inflammation in blood vessels. Signs include pain in muscles when walking, discoloration of skin, loss of hair and muscle mass, and in extreme cases, blackish discoloration of toes and fingers. The truly frightening part? Yale Medicine reports that many people with PAD never have any symptoms. Or they mistake the symptoms for normal aging, cold feet, a weaker pulse in your legs, skin that looks pale. These could be early warnings. Orlando Health warns that untreated PAD can lead to non-healing wounds and amputation from tissue death. Having PAD also increases your risk of heart attacks and strokes because if you have blocked arteries in your legs, you likely have blocked arteries elsewhere. If you have diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or a history of smoking, and your feet are perpetually cold, get checked immediately. The ankle brachial index test takes minutes and could save your limb. The bottom line, your cold hands and feet are telling you something. Sometimes it's just thermoregulation, but sometimes it's iron deficiency, thyroid dysfunction, Raynaud's phenomenon, or peripheral artery disease. Don't ignore what your body is trying to tell you. If your extremities are cold when everyone else is comfortable, see a doctor. A simple blood test can check iron and thyroid levels. A physical exam can detect circulation problems. Your hands and feet are literally the farthest points from your heart. When they're crying out with coldness, they're often the first to warn you that something deeper needs attention. If this video opened your eyes to what your body might be telling you, please share it with someone who's always cold. Subscribe to the Pain Story channel for more health insights that could change your life. And hit that like button if you learned something valuable today.